Are you forecasting and planning out the content for your company or the educational material that your company is going to produce? If not, then you're kind of planning at the last minute and screwing things up. Also, are your videos, as I keep sitting here repeating myself, are your videos a little bit controversial or contrarian to what other people are saying in your industry? If you're not, you may be leaving money on the table. And I'm going to talk about the importance of retargeting and the upcoming NSA conference, which happens just in a few days if you follow the hashtag NSA15. Welcome to this week's 3 and 5 with Patrick Almond. Hey there, my friends. Welcome to this week's 3 and 5 with Patrick Almond of Focus Digital Marketing, where I cover 3 marketing or business tips in about 5 to 7 minutes. For some reason, I kept saying 5 minutes, and now they're running a lot over than 5 minutes. But hey, you know what? It might be 20 minutes. I don't know. I start off as 3 and 5, but sometimes I just can't shut up, and I've got a lot of good information to get out in 5 minutes. The 3 things I'm going to be talking about today are very important if you are the kind of company that's getting into content production or content marketing. And by content, I don't want to overcomplicate things because people love to come up with special terms. Content marketing. I got to be doing content marketing. Well, you know what? Content is just saying stuff. This video is content. Your tweets are content. Your blog posts are content. Your podcasts are content. So if you ever get kind of overwhelmed by this new term called content marketing, well, you know what? All it is just talking about what you know and your expertise and training your prospects in your business. And everybody should be doing content marketing. Basically, everyone should be educating. Early on in social media, it was considered a faux pas or somewhat contrarian when people planned things out and they scheduled Facebook updates, or they scheduled page updates, or they scheduled Instagram or Twitter updates. So many experts were like, oh my goodness, you've got to do this live. Don't plan it out. You're not being authentic. Well, from a business perspective, social media is very much a media channel. And very much like TV and radio, it needs to be planned out to be effective and to make sure you get the highest production value out of it. So look at these channels just like a TV station would their stuff. There are some things on TV that are live, but for the most part, everything you see on TV, including the commercials, is recorded. Same thing goes with the radio stations. A lot of times, you know, the radio segments are live, but a lot of times they're recorded also. They're pre-recorded for you. So do the same thing with your social media. Find a right tool that allows you to forecast and plan out your social media and the content that goes along with that, and then work backwards and make sure that stuff is ready well ahead of time. One of my favorite tools for doing this recently is one I discovered called CoSchedule, C-O-S-C-H-E-D-U-L-E, CoSchedule. And it works very well with Twitter and WordPress, which are 2 of my biggest tools in the world of content production. So if you don't have a tool yet and you have WordPress, look at CoSchedule, C-O-S-C-H-E-D-U-L-E. That's a tool I'm going to be talking a lot more about on future videos, and you're also going to be able to read about it over at our blog at allaboutfocus.com. So check out CoSchedule. Also, I was going to talk to you about being more contrarian or controversial in your marketing. The companies that really stand out are the companies that are bold and aggressive and contrarian in what they say about their industry. A lot of times you go to a company and you'll read their marketing materials or their opinions on how you should do things, and they seem very dull and gray, and they seem like they match everything else in the industry. And you should strive not to be that company. Don't worry about dropping a curse word every now and then. Don't worry about being bold. Don't be bold. Don't worry too much about calling out maybe a competitor, not necessarily by name, but just by saying, our competition does this and they do it this way, and that is the wrong way. This is why it's the wrong way. This is why we do it. This is why we have good customers. This is why we have a high quality product. So be a little bit more controversial and contrarian in your marketing. I know I'm going to try, and I've already realized that doing some of these videos, if you go back and look at the previous ones, the ones where I was very much bold, very much in your face, talking about contrarian and bold things in my marketing, are the ones I've got some of the best ratings on and the ones that were shared the most. So please, let me know your comments about that in the area below, because you're going to see I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. And if you do it, it's going to make you stand out. One other thing I wanted to cover real quick in the technical world is if you haven't done so in your digital marketing, look at the concept of retargeting. And what retargeting is putting advertisements up on the internet based on where people have been on your website. And if you have a very deep, thorough website, no one has a deeper, thorough website than Amazon, but your website may have, 20, 30, 40, 50 pages. Depending on what people visit, you can retarget them and get them back to increase your ROI on your advertising and increase the chances of them buying something. Now, if you don't know how to do this, of course, you can always call us here in Oklahoma City or email me at patrick@allaboutfocus.com, and I'll talk to you about the cost of retargeting. But retargeting is actually very inexpensive to set up. As a matter of fact, it's free to set up. The only cost is in the actual advertising, which of course you have 100% control over. But we are learning that retargeting can do amazing things. You can do video retargeting. You can retarget people, you can retarget videos to people based on where they've been on your website. You can retarget just based on products. You can retarget based on pages. You can just do some amazing things with retargeting, so check that out. And the last thing I'm going to cover this week is I am headed out of town to a conference in DC called the National Speakers Association. Now, by now, if you don't know what that is, it's just it's a conference where a lot of thought leaders, public speakers, a lot of professionals such as myself, we go and we learn more from each other. And if you're someone who's ever wanted to become a public speaker, let's say you're in Toastmasters, or you've just always been a teacher and you wanted to take it to the next level, or you want to start making money do it, you need to look in the National Speakers Association. The conference starts in 2 days, so you might not be able to make it, but go to their website, nsaspeaker.org, and by the way, I get no money off of this. This is just an organization I believe in, but go to nsaspeaker.org and check into next year's conferences, and also check into buying the videotapes or the videos from this year's conferences. Also, you can watch that stream online. I'll be appearing online with live on the live stream with the host on some of the days during the conference, and the conference is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so you're going to see me live on the live stream. But if you can't even watch the live stream, get on your Twitter account and follow me, and also follow the hashtag #hashtag NSA15, NSA15. Like I said, you can also follow me, Patrick Almond, on Twitter, and you're going to see me talking a lot about the conference, and then everybody else that's on Twitter is going to be talking about the conference using hashtag NSA15. So we have all these concurrent sessions going on, but people are going to be in there taking pictures and sharing stuff on Twitter, because this conference is brilliant. It's brilliant for the networking, it's brilliant for the socializing, it's brilliant for meeting new friends, it's brilliant for, business management if you have something to possibly offer. But what I really get out of it is the friendships and the long-term partners I have for my business. So if you haven't done so yet, check out NSA. Let me know your thoughts, if you're an NSA member, also in the comments. Until next week, have a great week, have a great weekend. Leave me some comments, let me know what you want to hear about in your business, and of course, go follow us on YouTube, on Twitter, on the podcast. That's something I really need to do. This is now also a podcast on iTunes. Go over to iTunes, rate and review and subscribe. And also let me know how else I can make your personal life and your business life better. This has been Patrick Almond with Focus Digital Marketing Agency at allaboutfocus.com. Take care, have a great week.